but don't worry, it's going to be hard in here because we have the contest going on. It's a very exciting opportunity to see how much the members of our club grew, and this is kind of like our show to show what Mercury can do. My name is Lars Siegert. I am your host tonight, called the Contest Chair, and also I'm the Vice President Education of this club. So this is why I'm very proud to see the performances of these people on stage tonight. We are going to have 3 contests. First, we are going to have the International Speech Contest. It will be explained what it is in detail. Then we have the Evaluation Contest. It will be also explained. And we have the Table Topics Contest. And guess what? It will be explained as well by 3 great contest masters. They will lead you through these different sections of this contest. But however, we are not only going to have 3 contest masters, we also have many more people who are helping out tonight as sergeant at arms, as judges, as chief judge, as a person who carries all this food and drinks here. So we have so many people to be grateful for. Of course, this is a contest, and a contest can't run without some rules. And I'm the one who's going to be in this part. First of all, the judges and the chief judge and the contestant, they all have been briefed, so they know the rules. And the contestants are informed about the location of the timing cards. And since they know, or they should know when the time is over, you don't need to give them any sign. Like, don't do that. If you give them any sign, this leads to disqualifications of the contestants. So please refrain from signs, from noises, from comments during this contestants' speeches. And also, one important thing, turn off this thing. We don't want to have any disturbances. I see people are following this. I love it. And now, I don't want to talk much further because I have a contest master here. And the contest master for the International Speech Contest is Lucio. Please give him a warm applause.
Thank you, Lars. Hello, people. My name is Lucio, as Lars Siegert already told you. And tonight I'm your contest master for international speeches. Before taking this role, I have been briefed, and I was told, do not use too many superlatives. Don't say how cool the contestants are. Don't say how awesome Mercury is. And don't do any weird jokes.
Oh.
Basically, Lucio, go on stage and say whatever you want, except what you always say. So here I am, guys, trying and hoping that I can manage well not to be too much myself tonight. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests, welcome to Mercury. This is our international speech contest. To have a great evening, I need your help. Are you with me tonight?
Yeah.
That's my club. Thank you, guys. To support our speakers and show all of our warmth and passion at the right time, I will tell you now how I will introduce the speakers so that you will know when it's the right time to applaud. I will say their names first, their speech titles after. Then I will repeat their speech title, and then I will say their name again. For example, contestant name, speech title, contestant name. And then, let's show them all our warmth and passion of Mercury with a huge applause, okay? For our international speech contest, we've filled all the 4 available speaking slots. Each one of our speakers will have between 5 minutes and 7 minutes to deliver their speech. Speeches exceeding the 30-second grace periods, meaning shorter than 4 minutes 30 seconds or longer than 7 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. Like Lars said, don't remind people of anything. After each speech, I will ask you for 1 minute of silence. This minute will be helpful for the judges to collect their thoughts and write down their reviews. Please do not speak during that 1 minute. I know that at Mercury we like being passionate, talking and making comments. Let's do an exception for tonight, okay? Then next week, we go back to our usual warm selves. All right. The winners of tonight, which will be the first and second place as well, will have the privilege, the responsibility, and the honor of representing this beautiful club, Mercury, at the area level contest, taking place the 16th of March. Checking all is good right now. Sebastian Thompson, have all the judges been briefed?
Yes, very happy.
Wonderful. Timers, are you ready? Mercury, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Let's start then with our first speaker of tonight, Julian Juneman. Will you come on stage? Julian Juneman, reinvent yourself, Julian Juneman.
When I was 8 years old, I wanted to become an astronaut. When I was 13, I figured out how I could get the attention of the girls by playing my guitar, so I wanted to become a musician. When I was 17, people really liked my little camcorder videos, so I decided I would become a filmmaker. And then, at the age of 19, I decided all I wanted to be is a tech entrepreneur. What I find interesting, looking back at that time now, is that I was seamlessly able to let go of everything that I thought I am and turn around and do something completely new. I was able to easily reinvent myself. But it's not that easy when you get older, is it? Would you be able to reinvent yourself, let's say tomorrow? Let's go into a little experiment here. What if you go into your job tomorrow, like you have done for the past few years, and you go about your day, but then your manager calls you over into his office and he tells you, Donald Trump style, you are fired. What would you do? How does it feel? Are you prepared? And suddenly the question becomes, are you able to reinvent yourself? It's not something that we have learned in school or in any training. But I think it's the most important skill that you can build right now to be prepared for the future. Why? Well, the future. If the last 20 years have been any indication, the pace of innovation is getting faster and faster. Technology is changing our lives. 25 years ago, we didn't have the internet. 10 years ago, we didn't even have the iPhone. And 2 years ago, we couldn't even talk to our TVs. So, what will the next 30 years look like? It's hard to say. But one thing is for certain, it's not going to be like today. It's going to be very different. The fundamentals are driven, the fundamental change is driven by big data, algorithms, machine learning. And they're going to change the fundamentals of our lives that we know today. So I think the skill that we should all build is to know how to reinvent ourselves. But how can we do this? I have actually done it just short of 6 years ago. I had a stable job here in Berlin, had a nice apartment, my life was good from the outside, but I changed. And from one day to the next, I sold all my belongings, got rid of my apartment, quit my job, and bought a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia, where I lived for a better of 4 years and built my business, which I'm still running today. And I think I learned some lessons that we can all take to reinvent ourselves next time around a bit easier. Number one, know thyself. It is hard to change, but you need a little bit of courage and self-esteem to do this. You have this already in you, you just need to discover it. Before I went out and did my big change, I actually went on a year-long coaching spree where I talked to different coaches, went to different workshops, and they taught me a lot about myself, mostly about myself. That gave me the confidence to make this big change. Because change is hard, it's scary, but if you know yourself, what is important to you, what are your values, what are your goals, you will be able to make that change more easily. Second, we can all build our change muscle. How can we build it? By learning something new more often. When we were young, we were all learning so many new things. I took up new hobbies, new sports. We are not doing this when we get older, right? When was the last time you learned a new language, a new skill, or traveled to a new country? You can all do this on a maybe weekly, monthly basis. Third, when is the right time to change? And this is how I found out. I listened to a speech from Steve Jobs, his commencement speech of 2007, where he said, "Every day I wake up and I look into the mirror and I ask myself, if today is the last day of my life, would I do what I'm about to do? And if the answer is no, too many times, too many days in a row, then I know I need to change something." So the final question is, are you prepared to reinvent yourself? Thank you very much.
One minute of silence, guys.